Hello everybody, welcome to That's Football. What a fantastic night we've had in the Premier League title race. Is it back on? 9 becomes 7. Arsenal and Chelsea 7 points behind Liverpool after their wins and Liverpool's draw at Newcastle. And of course, Manchester City not necessarily out of it themselves. They're 9 points now behind Liverpool. What does this mean for the title race? What does it mean for the chasing pack? Well, look, first of all, I think Liverpool 3-3 against Newcastle would be very, very disappointed with a late equaliser for Newcastle. But let's consider Arsenal lost at Newcastle. Man City, I think, drew at Newcastle. So it's not actually, contextually, a bad point to get. Liverpool's next 3 games, Everton away. Then they've got Fulham at home and Southampton away. Get over Everton, they could take 9 points from the next 3 games. And if they take 9 points from the next 3 games, the closest Chelsea and Arsenal are going to be is 7 points behind. And the closest Liverpool are going to be is, Man City are going to be is 9. So for Liverpool, it might not be a bad point if they go and win their next 3 games. For Arsenal and Chelsea, all they can do is keep winning and see what happens. I mean, look, 7 points keeps it interesting. I don't want a Premier League title race to be over in December. I genuinely think it is. I genuinely think that if you have an 11-point lead over Man City and Man City finish above you, that's a bit of a choke. But Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City will still want to have a say in this, and it's going to be very interesting to see how it plays out. Obviously, as a United fan, I watched Arsenal earlier on. They were brilliant last week against Sporting. They were very good against Forest. And then tonight, the set-piece kings, it's just incredible. They could have scored 5 goals from corners today. It was absolutely incredible. And I don't know how much of that is naivety from Manchester United, because I thought we defended a lot of their corners really well. But every corner for Arsenal feels like it's going to go in. Like, I know people say it's like a penalty, but it's not like a penalty because they don't score every single one. But every single corner feels like it's going to do something. That's remarkable. That's remarkable, especially when I think about Man United a couple of years ago under Ollie, where we hadn't scored from a corner for about 50 years, and yet Arsenal are scoring 1 or 2 a game. It's incredible. And look, they are using the dark arts. I'm not blaming Arsenal. There are no excuses, but they are running in from the back post, barging people, etc. And when I say barging, it's just putting them off balance a little bit, and it gives them the header like it did for Timber. And look, is it a foul? No, it's not. They're not giving a foul. And it's very clever from Arsenal. And I'm surprised other clubs aren't doing it, because it is so effective at the moment. And it's hard to see how teams are going to deal with it. But they're also very good at the back. They didn't concede a goal. Raya made a great save. And for Arsenal, it's about momentum as well. And, you know, they'll look at it. This week was a big week for them. West Ham away, Man United at home. Can you then go on and get results? And I think they've got Fulham away at the weekend. Get 3 points there. Then it's Everton at home, Crystal Palace away. So they've got an opportunity to go and get 9 points as well. And I think Arsenal at the moment, since Odegaard's come back, do look really good. But we mustn't dismiss Chelsea. I mean, a 5-1 win against Southampton. Everybody expects to beat Southampton, especially if you're, you know, a top 6 team, although Brighton didn't do it at the weekend. They've got Tottenham at Tottenham on Sunday. That is the game of the weekend for me. That is the game where we've got to take Chelsea seriously if they can go to Tottenham and win, because if they can win there, they're level with Arsenal still. If Arsenal beat Fulham. If they don't, they could be ahead of them in second place. And suddenly you're looking at Chelsea, this club that's been in turmoil under Todd Boehly for the last 18 months. Chaos off the pitch. Suddenly finding stability on the pitch. And it's interesting what Chelsea could do, because they have got some interesting fixtures. They've got Brentford at home after that, and then Everton away, and then Fulham at home. So they get past Spurs. They're probably looking at wins as well. So I think it's... and look, Man City. I mean, look, Man City, they've just got to crack on. I think Man City at the moment, you're 4th place. You've just got to crack on and try and do your thing, because Chelsea, Arsenal and Liverpool are ahead of you. I don't think Man City will finish 4th, but obviously they needed a win today. They got a win. And it was a bit like Man City of old. And Man City of old are quite relentlessly boring, aren't they? So leave Man City in their lane. Let's see what they can do. But with regards to the title race, I I think it's interesting. I mean, if Liverpool were to drop points at Goodison Park at the weekend and Arsenal and Chelsea were to win, and that gap comes down to 5 or 4, then suddenly you're going into the Christmas period and it gets really exciting. I still think Liverpool look like a team that is the best team in the league. I still think that, although I wasn't watching all of it because I was watching Arsenal United, I think if you score 3 goals at Newcastle, you've done a good job, and ends up in a draw because Newcastle score 3 because Newcastle are a decent team at St James's Park. So I don't think Liverpool will look at that in the longer term, as long as they beat Everton at the weekend, and go, yeah, that's a bad result for us. I don't think it is. It gives people behind a bit of a chance, and Arsenal certainly at half-time were frustrated against United, but they showed what Arsenal are. I mean, I don't understand the murmurings that you sometimes hear about, would Arsenal be better off without Arteta? At half-time, he's frustrated and he deals with it tactically. He's dealt with a lot at Arsenal over the years, and he always answers the critics. And look, winning trophies obviously enhances him, but winning an FA Cup he's already done. Winning a Carabao Cup, is that what Arsenal want? He needs to win a Premier League or a Champions League. Well, hello, Real Madrid dominate the Champions League and Man City have been dominating the Premier League. It's not as easy as he needs to win a trophy. But what he has done is he's built a team over the last 2 years which is relentlessly consistent, very well organised, doesn't concede many goals, and has got the ability of big game management to get wins in big games. And that's not an easy recipe when you look at Arsenal over the last 20 years. So Arsenal today made light work of United in the second half after a difficult first half. And that's what Arteta has brought to Arsenal, that consistency. Chelsea are the unknown. They're the dark horse at the moment. I don't really know where to pitch Chelsea. And that's why I think Spurs on Saturday is such a big game, because I don't know which way that goes, but if Chelsea went there and won as an away team, that's the sort of thing Arteta started doing 2 years ago. It's all right being up in the top 4, but if you want to be in the title race, you have to become a team that goes to Spurs, that goes to Brentford, that goes to Newcastle and doesn't get beat. And for Chelsea, that's a big test on Sunday. And I look forward to watching it because I haven't actually seen a lot of Chelsea this season. And I'd like to gauge actually where they are. In fact, I remember watching them play at Anfield and they lost, but I think they lost on naivety. I thought they were quite expansive and Liverpool actually countered them, and Liverpool sort of Slot was very clever about what he did tactically. So Chelsea obviously are a very young side, but if they keep maturing, they're a very interesting side as well. Anyway, get your comments in below. What do you think about the title race now? What did you think about Arsenal tonight, Chelsea, Liverpool? How significant are those points that they've dropped, if they did drop them? I personally think it's ended up being not a bad point. They'll just be disappointed about how they lost it. The 2 points. Thanks everyone for watching. Make sure you subscribe, smash a like on the video. I'll speak to you on the next one.